Hello and welcome to the Cup TV. I'm trying to do my best, Julie. It's not working.
I love it though. You got it. You got it.
Thank you. Hello and welcome to the Cup TV. I'm Logan Murphy. Let's say something gay. But welcome to the Cup TV, part of the Currently Unnamed Podcast Network, where we put the real in reality, and you can always come to us first to quench your thirst. I am Logan Murphy. Say something gay. I am just drinking some water currently because hydration is incredibly important. It's very, very hot today. Still, I hate it. And I'm very dehydrated, so Lord knows I need it.
Well, interesting. Hi, everybody. I am Lana, your resident. I am Lana, your resident evil diva, and I'm here to give the tea, spill the tea, and drink the tea because you know I love me some tea. Purr. And if you have some tea, you know what to do. Hit me up. Currently not drinking anything. Did not go grab anything. And I am kind of thirsty. I should have grabbed something. Maybe I'll grab something in the middle of Logan speaking of something. I don't know. But I'll wait till Logan goes on a rant and I'll go grab something to drink. Purr. But I do have my cup mug. Ooh, I've been waiting. Panel full of cup mugs. Panel full of cup mugs for the BB house. The BB house. The BB house. The BB house. Period. And you can get your cup mug or any of our cup merch at LanaG'sCreations.etsy.com. That link will be in the description below. And we do ship domestically here in the United States, Canada, and Mexico. And we do ship internationally. So there are no excuses. Get your cup merch. Period. Check that Etsy shop out, y'all. It's good. It's good.
Purr. Well, we are back. We said we were going to be back.
We said it.
And we certainly are back.
Mm-hmm.
We've got some live feed updates from the last couple of days. Thankfully, we schedules allowed us to talk about this a little bit later in the day. So we do have some veto results. Very exciting. Lana doesn't know who won the veto. So I'm very excited to reveal to Lana who won the veto, because I think it will actually impact this week. So I am very excited. We are going to dive into everything we've got going on. But first, make sure to subscribe if you've not already, because we're here almost all the time giving you almost all things reality competition TV. And make sure to check the description below where you can find all of our audio podcast links, our other YouTube channels, and our Patreon for exclusive content and early access. So where we left off on Thursday, we had Mackenzie winning the AI Arena competition over Tucker and Angela, and by a vote of 6-3, Tucker was 5-3. That's what it says.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it
was.
5-3. Tucker was evicted from the house. Things have stayed interesting. So don't worry, all of you that are saying you're quitting the show because Tucker left.
I was like, what? What do you mean?
It happens every season.
It happens every season. Somebody's like, oh, it's kind of boring. It's going to be over. No. No. This is a cast full of fun feeds. We just have to admit it. And with one person, even though he was the loudest in the room, don't mean he was the only fun feed in the room. So Tucker leaves, and guess what? It's still fun feeds. It's still interesting. The season isn't over. The season is far from over because this group of characters are absolutely killing it in this season. 26 is shaping up to be a really, really, really good season. And this is usually the point in the show where we do start checking out. Well, we do start saying, oh no, this is boring. Guess what? I'm still sad. I'm still interested. I'm still pulling up my Paramount Plus, looking at the feeds like, what's going on? Maybe not as I used to in the past because I'm getting older and I'm tired more now. But
we got more things to do.
I got more things to do, which
we are kind of sort of full-time podcasters, Lana.
Sort of kinda. because I have a lot to still watch to talk about. So it's just stuff
Yeah.
happening all the time.
Yeah.
But I do still pull up my Paramount to check out the feeds. I'm still on Twitter all now. Twitter and checking out YouTube videos is where I'm getting all of my tea from.
Yep.
Shout out to Taryn and Mad Rose D. Like I'm
Yep.
checking them out on a regular when the
Yep.
day that I can't be on the feeds, they stay and keep me current. And Twitter,
Yeah.
y'all are doing the doggone thing. I appreciate y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am still very interested in this season. I think and these last couple of days have shown me, yes,
Mhm.
still stay sad. This group is still go give, and it's still go
Yeah.
eat, period.
Yeah. I think honestly, I'm gonna attribute a lot of my enjoyment of this season, honestly, to the AI arena. I
Mm,
think it is one of the best twists they have had on Big Brother in years.
I agree. It
Like
keeps
I
people interested because they can't game like they used to game. Like
yeah,
usually it's like we know who gonna be at the end. If this person come off and such and such go
yeah,
on, then it's gonna be this. You have no idea. And all
yeah.
you can do, like you say, all you can do is give scenarios.
Scenario
All
scenario.
you can is scenarios. That's all you can
Yeah,
do all week is like, okay, these are the noms. But if this
yeah,
change, then it's this. Or if this happens, then it's this. But
yeah,
even if it's this, who's gonna win the AI arena? We don't know. So it's kind of like I
yeah.
love this. And if Big Brother can figure out a way to keep this kind of thing an AI
Mhm.
arena, but maybe not call it the AI arena but that kind of twist in this
Yeah,
game, it will make pre-jury so much more
mhm.
interesting. So
Yeah.
much more interesting.
And it has produced one of the most chaotic and interesting pre-juries we've had in years. And I
Yes.
thought BB25 pre-jury I thought
Mhm.
BB24 pre-jury
Mhm.
was wild. But this
Yeah.
is shaping up to be it and we said it all season, it just kind of feels like old school Big Brother again, and I
Yeah.
really like it. I really, really like it. So feeds came back after the West Coast airing of the show.
Mhm.
The only thing I want to point out before the HOH comp is when feeds came back on, there was a moment, I believe it was Rubina and Tikor were talking in one of
Mhm.
the
In the
rooms
bathroom.
in the bathroom, and
Mhm.
Mackenzie comes in and she goes, "Can I just come in here? Angela won't shut up." I gotta be honest. I gotta be real honest. I am slowly becoming a Mackenzie fan.
Me too. I
I am
I
slowly
am
becoming a
slowly
Mackenzie
becoming
fan.
to here's why. And I really believe it started week 1. It started
Mhm.
week 1. Once Matt left,
Yeah.
Mackenzie was able to go under the radar for a little bit, find her, a ground, and even though she was never, like, anybody's
Safe.
choice or safe, I like her fight.
Yeah.
And she just is like, "Look, if I gotta win this, I gotta win it myself."
Yeah.
And I like the way she's moving in the house. Like, she's
Yeah.
not moving in a way that's making me go, "Ugh, why is she saying that?" Or, "Ooh, why is she talking like
Some
that?"
of some of her gameplay choices are a little interesting.
Yeah. Mhm.
But
Mhm.
I find it so interesting because up until and what we didn't talk about on Thursday, because obviously there was a lot to talk about with the Tucker eviction. One of the things leading up to this eviction, and a lot of the reason why Mackenzie specifically was pushing for Tucker to get evicted that they didn't show on the show, is that Mackenzie fully believes that the Andersons alliance is still exists. And she was also made aware of the ball players alliance that was that very, very short-lived alliance with Tucker, Kenny, and Quinn, and I think Cedric.
Mhm.
Or it was Cedric and Cam. It was
Yeah.
because that was when Tucker and Kenny went to Cedric to try to get him to blindside Quinn,
Mhm.
and that was the week Kenny went home.
Right.
Mackenzie is under the impression that the Ball Players Alliance is not what it was, and that it actually was Tucker, Cam, and Chelsea, or no, Tucker, Chelsea, and Quinn. because they all played sports in college. And she was upset because she was a college volleyball player.
Right.
Which tracks. That does not
Right.
surprise me in the slightest, knowing that information. So Mackenzie has not been on base a
Mm-mm.
lot when it comes to her
Her
when it comes
reads are
to
wrong.
her info. I'm not even saying her reads are wrong, actually. The information she has and her assumptions are wrong, but her reads on who to take out are actually pretty accurate. And she's been doing a really, really good job, like you said, of kind of floating through the middle. She's kind of been a continual pawn
Mm-hmm.
target. It's like, oh, well, if I can't get my number one choice, Mackenzie goes home. That still hasn't happened.
Mm-mm.
And her 2 AI arena wins have produced 2 of the greatest flips that we've
Mm-hmm.
seen in a very long time on Big Brother. Couple that also now with the fact that Tucker being gone means Mackenzie has the most competition wins in the house currently.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's Mackenzie and then Angela.
Yeah. Wild. It's wild. I feel like well, now it's someone else jumped in the tie, but it's wild that she has been able to, and I agree. I don't think her reads on who to take out are wrong. Her reads of who's working together is a little off.
Yeah.
But she
Just because she
also
hasn't had the information.
right. And people have been steering away from talking to her, but I really feel like people are now like, okay, hey, we're not gonna get her out like that. We gonna have to, once the AI arena's gone, then we can try to take her out if she don't win vetoes and whatever.
Why?
But she has gotten herself in a groove where people actually starting to like her and agree, like understanding, like, okay, maybe she's somebody we can have on our side. Maybe she's somebody who we can keep for a number. Maybe she's somebody who we could actually have a true alliance with, because she's not moving weird. She's not doing stuff to piss people off in the house. She's not doing anything.
She hasn't really had the opportunity to, because she's been on the block so many times
but she's taking everything on the chin. Like, she take it. And it's like, she not flipping out when she get on the block. She not acting wild when she get on the block. She's like, okay.
Not in the house. She's not doing all of her complaining in the DR,
which is what she's supposed to do. That's what the DR is for. I promise you, if I ever got in a house, they would never see my true emotions outside of that DR.
Oh no, I would let it all out in the DR, and then come back right in and be like,
crying,
yes,
I'm
girl.
snotting, I'm cussing folk out, I'm yelling, I'm screaming, and I'm just like telling all my business. But in the house, I'm gonna be the nicest.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, you're so great. No, I get it. Yes, girl. Word. I know. No, girl, it's okay. Come lean on my shoulder. Tell me all about it. Like, that's me. But in the DR, I'm like, if this girl don't get out my face, I'm sick of her. I don't want to talk to her. But every day she got to come and say to me, and I'm about to snap. But that's what I'm gonna do it in here. I'm gonna snap in here. I'm not even snapping in the storage room, because I don't even want somebody to accidentally walk in on me snapping. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's
right.
It's just, but she's taking it. She's taking it on the chin. She's not flipping out on the house. She's not flipping out on nobody in the house. She ain't flipping out on none of the HOHs. She like, I don't understand why it's always me, but okay, it is what it is. And I think people are starting to respect her as a player more than they did in the beginning, which I am falling in line with that.
And skipping ahead a little bit to something that happened this morning before the POV comp, she may have either now a confirmed working relationship, or it might be the potential of a final 2 with Chelsea.
Yeah. She may have a final 2 with Chelsea and a final 3 with Chelsea and Cam.
Yeah.
Which I was like,
and that's a trio that could run.
They could run it if they do it right.
Also, for Mr. B, B, I have a bone to pick with you,
Mr. B.
Because we heard them talk earlier this morning, and they were talking about how amazing it would be for 2 women, specifically 2 women of faith, which I think would also be great. 2 women of faith to be in the final 2, and they're saying that has never happened before. I need Mr. B, I need you to give them a season in Sequester where 2 women are the final 2. Preferably Big Brother 4, because that is my favorite season and my favorite winner.
I mean, you could
But
show
can
Big
you
Brother 3.
please? You could show Big Brother 3.
You could show Big Brother
You could show
4.
Big Brother 4.
You could show Big Brother
11.
11.
And you could show 13.
We've
Those
had
are the
2
4
women
times.
before. Let's
4
not
times. Mind you, we haven't had that
in
13
modern
seasons.
Right. I was in modern Big Brother, no. But we have had it.
And those are all good seasons to watch
Very
for
good
different reasons.
Yeah.
So
Very
can you
good
please just show them that it's possible, that it already has happened?
Because these babies don't know.
Please.
These babies don't
Apparently
know.
these babies don't know. You recruited too many people. You didn't have
We
enough super
recruited so
fans on
many
this
babies.
season. These babies don't know.
These babies don't know. And it's okay. It's okay. They just don't know. Just show you have the power, Mr. B. Also, Mr. B, I got a bone with you too. I got a bone to pick with you too, Mr. B. Why are you so rude? Why are you being so mean to these babies? Like, I understand you've given them the rules about no sleeping or whatever, and but we've seen you be a little lackadaisical on your buttons in past seasons where
even this season.
We've seen you be a little lax. Don't talk to Cam like that when he just closed his eyes for a second to meditate.
You know why. You know why they're doing it. Because production's favorite one just went home.
I know, y'all mad. They mad. I'm like,
and like, honestly,
don't be mad at Cam because he won veto, but when Tucker threw it to him, don't be mad at Cam for that. You be mad at Tucker for doing wild Tucker stuff. But okay.
Well, okay. And Mr. B, moving the conversation along, actually, I have another bone to pick with you, Mr. B.
Pick a bone.
Because we go to the HOH competition, and we found out that it is a classic Big Brother HOH comp, and I was happy to see it. It's the egg through the chicken wire. But you're going to do this competition while there is a man in your house with an egg allergy.
That's sick.
Cam has an egg allergy.
That's sick. I did not know Cam had an egg.
I hope to God they show it on Sunday's show, and if they don't, I'm going to be pissed off.
I did not know Cam had an egg allergy.
Cam was talking after the HOH comp because he had to go very, even slower than normal.
Because if it breaks in his hand? Oh, my God. No. That is rude.
Could you imagine if something had happened?
Ooh.
No. Everyone got
couldn't they change it from eggs to ping pong balls? That's the same size. Just change it to
or just use a rubber egg.
Use a rubber egg. It don't have to be one in a plastic egg.
Why are we still wasting food?
Wasting food like that? And you know how expensive eggs are?
Very.
Very expensive. And we sit here. Okay.
If there's an egg shortage in Los Angeles, we know why. But
there's people in the world who are starving, who would love some eggs, and y'all just wasting them. Okay.
Yep.
I'm sorry.
T-Core, after unintentionally taking out her own ally, did not play. Cam basically didn't play in this HOH.
He couldn't play. Poor, that's so sad.
I know. That's so stupid.
That's stupid.
It's very similar, and I don't like him, but it's very similar to Matt last season with the damn listening comp when he's fucking deaf.
I feel like that's so rude, and
he had to have put down that he had an egg allergy.
He had to.
Did they just not expect Cam to make it this far?
I don't. Even if they didn't, it's like if he's here, you're about to do this egg comp. Like, okay, egg.
There are hundreds of other competitions you could have run.
You didn't even have to change the competition; just change the vessel. Change the vessel.
Regardless, we did get the egg through the chicken wire HOH comp, and honestly, not surprisingly to me,
they could have hard-boiled the egg too. By the way, so it wouldn't have broke.
It might still. I don't know what his allergy specifically entails.
Right. If it wouldn't have broke easy if it was. But okay.
Anyway. Well, I agree with you. But who knows what the allergy is? Just don't use real eggs.
Just don't use real eggs. Okay. Anyway, but Quinn wins HOH.
Won
the HOH. Chaos is still in session, people. I said it.
We said it on Thursday.
I said it. I wanted
you did
chaos.
Quinn is our HOH.
Word.
And he now what this baby is doing with this HOH is not necessarily what I want, nor is it necessarily what he should be doing. Because in case you didn't notice, Lana, we are down to final 10. And this baby Quinn wants to make a 7-person alliance.
So dumb. So dumb. So dumb.
Excluding the 3 people he put on the block.
Like,
he wants everyone else in this alliance
that is
except
so
for the people he put on the block.
That's so dumb. You don't need everybody in your alliance. You only need like 5 people. If that. You only need like 5. That's the majority.
The problem is he has an existing working relationship with Chelsea.
Everybody.
And, well, Chelsea and Cam specifically. He is obsessed with Leah, even though Leah hates him. He's working with Joseph. He likes T-Core. And he likes Mackenzie.
This baby.
So, by process of elimination, you can go ahead and assume
who's the
that Quinn's nominees are Rubina, Angela, and Chemo. And contrary to what you might be thinking, listener, Rubina is his target.
Absolutely, Rubina is his target.
Oh, I fully thought it would have been Angela.
Oh, I didn't.
If I saw this on paper, knowing what's happened, I would have been like, oh, cool, Quinn's targeting Angela. Great, cool, love it.
I'm not surprised he's not, because Angela can win certain comps, but she ain't winning every comp. And it's like, I feel like Angela is one of those people, we can take her out at any time.
Yeah.
And Rubina is not, and neither is Chemo. So, and I understand why Rubina would be his target, because how hard Tucker came for him, and how hard he is still trying to punish Tucker on his way out. And he's like, let me send you're out the door, and let me send your girl out to send a message to you still that I am going. And the fact that Rubina was basically like, yeah, send Quinn home, was very happy if Quinn went home. It was not a secret. So it makes sense. I personally feel like his target should be more of Chemo. If we're going on people who've done you wrong in a game, it probably would be more towards Chemo, but I still think he has a slightly softer spot for Chemo than he does for Rubina, because
I'm just confused why he didn't put up T-Core, honestly. I'm not mad. He
likes T-Core. I really believe
likes T-Core more than Rubina.
T-Core has missed it, these men in this house, and I'm going to tell you, T-Core has put, everybody was talking about how T-Core was, T-Core got all of them feeling like she is the sweetest person in the world, that she could do no wrong. Everybody likes T-Core. She listens. She's an ear, a shoulder to cry on. She's an ear to listen. She's comforting. She's nurturing. She is making you feel like she is home. And all of those men, every single, Tucker was in,
all 4 of them.
All of the 4 of them are just
because there's only 4 men left. Can we talk about that?
Love that. But they are all enamored with T-Core. The person who I feel like is the least enamored with T-Core is Joseph.
Yeah.
But they are enamored with T-Core because she's so soft, and she's so nurturing, so caring, so loving, so kind, so sweet, so soft-spoken. She's not going to rather, they're just like, oh, you're just such an amazing woman, T-Core. I don't know what to do. You're so amazing. And she has played that role so well that even when she does you dirty, you don't think it's her. Like, Chemo talked her into that. That wasn't T-Core's decision. T-Core would never do that all on her own. Somebody else made her do that. And that is going to get her very, very far in this game. Very, very far in this game.
Yeah. So that's our noms. We kind of already touched on, Quinn trying to put together the 7-person alliance, which I think is dumb. Angela is freaking out again. Shocker. I don't even care anymore about it, but she's freaking out again.
She should, but it's not her. But whatever.
Yeah. then the main event of today was before the veto was
Mm-hmm.
Chelsea and Mackenzie. I don't think it was an official final two. I'm waiting to see whether we actually see it on the show to see
Right.
whether it was a real like. If I don't know if Chelsea is 100% in because I still think she would pick Cam over Mackenzie if that becomes the final three and she has the choice.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I think Mackenzie is a really good ally for her to have.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think Mackenzie is putting herself in a really strong position. And I
Mm-hmm.
do also want to point out that there were a few people that Quinn straight up told, you are safe this week. You are making it to day 52. And
Mm-hmm.
those people included T-Core, Chelsea, I believe Leah was told that as well. And Mackenzie was straight up told by Quinn. And
Mm-hmm.
I have to be honest, her having a bit of like a breakdown
Breather.
moment in the
Mm.
best way where
Yeah.
she was like, I'm making it to day 52. I can take a week off.
Right.
It really, I'm happy for her. I
She
really
needs a
am.
breather. She needs a
She needs
breather.
it. She deserves it, quite honestly, for being on the block, what, almost every single week so far? I
Except the
think
first week.
except for the first week.
Yeah.
So I'm happy to see that, she's getting a moment to breathe. I am happy to see that for her. Um, it's endearing me to her a little bit more. I gotta be
Yeah.
honest. She is just slowly rising up. And like I said on Thursday, I think she's got a good shot to win at this point. I
She
do.
does.
I think if she wins when she needs to and starts building up a couple of resume things, I think her pre-jury resume is really, really stacked with 2 AI arena wins. She won the upgrade. She used it when she absolutely needed to,
Mm-hmm.
and she survived. And it was in a very tumultuous pre-jury phase. She was able to weather the storm, and I think we're
Mm-hmm.
going to see a really strong back half of the game for Mackenzie.
Absolutely.
So
I think so
unless
too.
they take her out next week, like
I don't know.
anything is possible.
Anything is possible, but I do think that she's in a good place. She just has to navigate it
Mhm,
well. And take this week with this
mhm.
breather to build up her social
Yeah,
game and talk to people and build strong trust and alliances
yeah,
with people. And she seems to
yeah,
be doing that. So I think she's fine.
yeah.
I think she's fine.
So we got the veto comp. Feeds came back from the veto, I think
We get
about
our
30
video
minutes
players. Let's tell
ago.
about the players
Well, yeah,
first.
I'm framing when we're filming this too, because we have that
Uh,
information. But yes, our veto player picks, obviously Quinn, Rubina, Angela, and Chemo. One of our 2 picks was chosen by Angela, and I don't know which one it
it
was.
was Joseph.
Again,
Again. Joseph has played in every freaking veto
except for
except
one.
one.
Yeah.
That is
Um,
ridiculous.
and that
But
becomes relevant here very, very shortly.
oh
The
God,
other
he
veto
will
player
undo
pick was
him.
Leah.
Jesus Christ. Joseph will
Um,
undo his
so
veto.
we don't know what exactly this. Hey, maybe not.
I feel it in my bones.
Well, you may not want to feel it in your bones. I'll say that much.
Okay.
I don't think we know what the veto comp necessarily was, but everyone came back in like mechanics jumpsuits
Okay.
with bandanas on.
Mm-hmm.
A
Were
lot
they
of
dirty?
the no, not really.
Oh, okay.
Um, it said bot builders on the back.
I about to say they might have to put a puzzle together and put gears and
It might be
things
a puzzle
together.
kind of thing. I was low key hoping for slip and slide. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Love that. But see,
I
that's
don't think
usually
feeds were
HOH.
down long enough for that. And it's usually an HOH. But we found out, Lana and everyone else, that Leah won
Okay.
the power of veto.
This might be the first week the veto ain't used.
Don't think that too quickly, Lana,
Who does
because
she
there
want
have
to
been
use it on?
talks about Leah using the veto on Angela
Why?
because Leah actually sees Angela as an ally.
Okay, so why? Who would you want to
Because,
be put up?
see, that's the question. So Quinn obviously wants the nominees to stay the same. And with this veto draw that we had, it was basically a 50-50 shot in my mind, at least going in, as to whether the veto was going to be used or not. Because I think obviously all three of the noms would have used it. I don't think Quinn would have used it. I don't think Joseph would have used it. Now, Leah presents
This
a very
makes sense.
interesting opportunity.
Oh, this makes sense. Okay, it started to make
I
sense.
think there are two. If Leah does use the veto, it's gonna be probably on Angela, and I think there may be a shred in a maybe universe she might use it on Chemo. I don't think that's gonna be the case.
No, she probably uses it on Angela. I
She's
think she
more
uses
likely
it.
to use it on Angela. I think there are two scenarios that we could see play out. I think either Quinn could nominate Joseph. So that way, if Joseph goes home, he has Leah all to himself. Or, to my knowledge, the only other person that Quinn has not told that they are 100% safe this week is Cam.
Did he? But he didn't tell Joseph that either.
I don't believe so. No,
and he didn't tell Cam
he
that.
just said it. I believe he said it to Chelsea, T-Core, Leah, and Mackenzie.
Okay, that makes sense. I could see. Oh, yeah.
And I know for sure he said it to Chelsea, T-Core, and Mackenzie, but I'm gonna assume and Leah's now safe now, so
She's safe anyway. But I see the vision. I see the vision. I see Leah using this.
Visionaries.
I see Leah using this veto on Angela, taking her off because Leah, like you said, feels like Angela is a good person for her game, which makes sense. Take her off.
And it does, because they have been getting closer over the last couple of days. Angela's been really trying to bring herself back. I have to say, Angela's social game the last couple of weeks has actually been pretty decent. She's still having her moments, and she's still having her breakdown moments, which we expect now from Angela. But she's actually doing a pretty good job at reinserting herself in. I think all of the what was it? What are they calling twerking in the house?
I have no idea.
Shaking butt or something like that. I don't know. But that whole segment, I think people are, and plus her punishment that she had last week, I think people are starting to be a little bit endeared to Angela in the house. And they're in a similar way to Mackenzie. I think they're starting to see that maybe Angela can be an ally for them. And I think Leah is one of those people, because no one has really wanted to work with Leah except for Quinn and Joseph. So, regardless, what your vision?
Yeah, I see Leah taking Angela off, like you said, because of that. And maybe Quinn putting up Joseph, but he won't go because nobody goes to send Joseph home right now. And it'll between Chemo and Rubina, it will make T-Core have to make a decision, which will probably be Chemo to stay over Rubina.
I would say so, probably.
I would think T-Core would pick Chemo. I think everybody would pick Chemo.
I think the only universe Rubina stays this week, unfortunately, is if she wins the AI arena.
Yep.
And if she's up against Chemo and Joseph, I think she stands a pretty good shot, honestly. I think it's a pretty even playing field.
I feel like Joseph been playing in these challenges. He doesn't want to win. Yeah. And I think he won't, I think he will try to go for AI arena just to make sure he's safe. Yeah. Because if he's on the block, it's a potential he can go. So I think if he's on that block, he will actually go for the AI arena. And but I still think Rubina has a good shot against him.
I mean, she barely missed out against Mackenzie when Cedric was evicted.
Right.
So,
I think she has a good shot.
The reason I bring up Joseph is he now set the record for playing 14 comps straight without a single win. Yeah. And he is the only man left in the house without a comp win.
I think he has been.
And he is one of
most of
two people left.
Yeah.
Without a comp win. And the other one is Rubina.
But he has also never been on the block.
That is true. So I don't know. I mean, it's still too early to tell. The last thing we saw on feeds, because feeds have been in and out since Vito's come back. they did a cute little, like, Mackenzie and Leah did a cute little, like, reenactment of the veto ceremony, basically 4 feeds because they
Mhm.
realized that feeds were on. Thank you, ladies. Thank you.
Mhm, mhm,
Um, that is one thing, is like some of these house guests are really good at making sure we know that we're in the know. So I
mhm,
can tell who like the feedsters are, because Quinn obviously is one of them. Mackenzie, I think, is one of them too.
mhm.
But they reenacted Leah like getting the veto necklace, and it was a cute sort of situation. Um, so yeah, that's kind of where we're at. I think I honestly think it's too early to tell right now
Yeah,
who is going to go up. Um, I hope no one volunteers.
I hope
Specifically,
not.
I hope Chelsea, T-Core, or Mackenzie doesn't volunteer. I could see a universe where if Angela comes down with Leah's veto, I see a universe where Quinn could put up T-Core. I do, unfortunately. I don't think T-Core goes. I still think the target is Angela. And I think
It won't
even
be
if
eh,
Rubina, sorry. Um, I still think the target is Rubina. And I think even if Rubina wins the AI arena, I do think Chemo gets evicted over T-Core at this point.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't want that scenario to happen, and I would honestly rather Cam or Joseph go up. And I think that's probably where Quinn is at right now, because Quinn is really working on getting T-Core in, and he knows that if he brings T-Core into anything, it's going to require Chemo to be at least on board with it. So I honestly could see a scenario also if Joseph goes up. I see a scenario where maybe they completely shift the target to Chemo.
Yeah, because I feel like Quinn will know as long as Chemo is there, T-Core will never be fully with him.
No. And I even think if Chemo does go, I think T-Core's number one ally becomes Rubina, honestly. They've
Mm.
both lost their duo.
Mhm.
I think it'll make them an inseparable duo. And I think they both have the ability to win an HOH. Rubina's
Yeah.
come very, very close in a lot of these competitions.
Mhm.
Like she's been a very, very good competitor this season. She just hasn't won anything yet.
Right.
And I could honestly see the two of them, plus hypothetically speaking, Chelsea, but I
Yeah.
don't think Chelsea is going to lean that way. I think Chelsea is rather going to lean the way of Cam and Mackenzie.
Right. Scenarios, honey.
Scenarios. But I mean, things are staying interesting. I think
Mhm.
Leah winning the veto is the most fun possibility we could have gotten. So,
It'll be interesting to see what she does with it.
and now we've had what, 10 different people win a competition this season, I
Yeah.
think.
Everybody has won a competition except Joseph and
Rubina,
Rubina and Chemo.
Matt.
Oh no, Chemo won a veto.
Have 13 people won competitions this
I
season?
think so.
Because Matt didn't
Everybody
win
has, yeah,
anything.
Matt didn't win. He
Lisa
wasn't
won
in
a
the final.
veto.
Yep.
Who went home third?
Cedric, he won HOH.
Cedric went home third?
No,
No, he
Kenny.
didn't.
Kenny.
Kenny won a veto.
Kenny won a veto.
Cedric won
Then Cedric
HOH.
won HOH. And then Tucker won a lot of
Oh,
stuff.
Brooklyn didn't. Brooklyn didn't.
Brooklyn didn't win anything.
So 12 different people have won competitions this season.
Yep.
That's
That's what happens
wild.
when the comps are equitable.
Yeah, honestly. For everyone talking about equitable comps, hey, 12 different people have won. So,
Mhm. Love that for
yeah,
them. Love that for
we
everybody.
do.
But
Um, that's
that's
where we're gonna
that.
leave off for
Yeah.
today. Who do you hope, if Leah does use the veto, Lana, which I
Mhm.
think she probably will at this
Mhm.
point, I'm leaning towards it. Who do you want to go up?
Probably Joseph because I still
Me
don't
too.
think he's gonna go.
He's had 6 opportunities to win a veto.
And I feel like he needs to have his butt on the block once.
And if he goes up, he's gonna be the person I want to go home the most.
I wouldn't mind that. And I feel like people will flip on him in a minute because Joseph done some shady things and people are talking about it. They just
I
haven't had the opportunity to put him up there.
I think specifically if Rubina wins AI Arena, I
Yeah,
think I think Chemo versus Joseph.
could be
I
pretty
think it's a bit more
interesting.
of a toss-up.
Yeah.
Chemo or not, if Chemo wins, Rubina versus Joseph, I think it's less of a toss-up. Um,
Mm.
I
I
don't
think if
know.
Rubina talked to people and be like, what and all she really needs to do, honestly, is get Chelsea on her side. And
Yeah.
Chelsea, it won't take a whole lot to get her on her side because Joseph did Chelsea kind of dirty, and Chelsea still has not
Yeah.
fully let that go. And so all you gotta do is mention Joseph
And
getting some.
I hope if Joseph goes up, I hope Leah remembers that Leah straight up, or that Joseph straight up told Leah last week if she was on the block
She was
against
going home.
Tucker, he was
Yep.
going to keep Tucker.
Yeah. I'm like, so Mr. I'm gonna keep it straight needs to be on the block and have everybody like, we gonna keep it
Please.
straight with you, Joseph. You finna go.
I hope so. I hope so.
He's not
I
really
just
doing
don't
anything for anybody's game,
I don't
honestly.
think I don't think most of these players are going to pass up the opportunity to break up that trio of Tikor, Chemo, and Rubina, though.
I don't think they probably. Yeah, it would be for me. I'll be like,
And I like all three of them so much, but like I wouldn't pass up that opportunity either.
I might. I would consider it. I would think about it hardcore because
Yeah.
it's like,
Especially if it's someone like Joseph or honestly even Cam on
mhm,
the block. If Cam goes up, he's a good competitor.
yeah, he's won something. He can go, but Joseph ain't won nothing, so that takes the threat level off of him a little bit.
Exactly.
But I don't know. I don't
And he
know.
did jerk off in that tent during
In
his
that
solitary
tent that
confinement.
he told
So
everybody about, I'm like,
ugh.
who cares? Who cares?
The
Not
internet,
me.
apparently.
Not me.
I do love that it did prompt an entire conversation about all of them getting their rocks off, if you will,
Mhm.
which I thought was very funny. But that's where we're going to leave off with this wild ass house that we've got going on. We will be back on Monday to dive into the post veto meeting shenanigans, as well as the Sunday episode where we see Quinn's HOH win. And then we'll be back on Thursday right after the live eviction to talk about the 7th person evicted from the Big Brother house. Probably the last AI
I
arena,
think so.
probably the last week before jury starts.
Mhm.
All that lovely, wonderful, fabulous stuff. So thank you for joining us. We're going to go ahead and get out of here. But first, make sure to subscribe on your way out. Thank you for joining. Make sure to check the description below where you can find all of our audio podcast links as well as our other YouTube channels, our Patreon. I completely spaced for a second. Our Patreon, our social media, and where you can get your merch, including but not limited to cup, mug. All of those links are down in that description. So without further ado, we're going to get out of here. So cheers.
Cheers.
From way, 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 way outside the Big Brother house, we've been the Cup.
Love yourself and only yourself.
And no one else.
No one. Mm-mm.
Good
Good
night,
night,
house
house
guests.
guests.